Alright, what's up everybody? Hopefully you guys can hear me through Discord. If you guys just all want to throw up your raised hands real quick and let me know that you can hear me, that'd be great. Yeah, great. So that's the way apparently this thing works, is you can raise your hand and ask questions as we go. I'll try to get to you as we go. Again, we will give preference to the questions that pop up in chat, just so it keeps us moving along and we can read them through text. I'm going to go through a few things, a few announcements here, and then we'll just purely open it up to your guys' kind of questions and whatever you guys would like to talk about. We do have some of our staff in here that will also be helping answer where they can. So feel free to throw your questions in as I go through these first few slides, and then we will we'll go through all your guys' questions. I did decide to leave my office early, so you guys are welcome. So I am home, so I am streaming this on Twitch on the Professional Risk Takers Twitch account. So you guys should all go follow it. It's at Professional Risk Takers, and then I'll post this on the Professional Risk Takers YouTube page as well, so that you guys can watch it afterwards. Okay, so let's go through. I'm going to go through just a few items here. Again, feel free to throw your questions in. I'm not going to watch your hands for the time being, but then we'll go through it. So just a quick recap. I don't want to redo the whole thing, but the whole point of PRT and Professional Risk Takers is one place for event signups, schedules, info, and availability updates, and more, to where we've got one location that we are running Risk as an esport, to where we can actually make this thing go, grow, and bring more people into it, bring spectators into it, start generating revenue for really good players, for broadcasters, and also for the staff that's putting in all their hard time and effort. So those are the big goals here. Again, the PRT Tour is 12 annual events with a guaranteed minimum prize. We'll have official tour pros, a little more on that in a second. 6 exclusive invitational events, 48 member events, and then 6 open events that are open to all PRT members. We'll have professional staff for smooth events and really high quality production on a lot of levels, all the way from the back end of the tournament operation to the broadcasters and promotion of the events. We'll have this tour hub, which is the hub that you guys are on Twitch are watching right now. This is where PRT Tour events will be broadcasted from numerous different broadcasters, awesome people. Okay, so how do you make the PRT Tour? So members that finish in the top 25 in points on the PRT leaderboard at the conclusion of the season, which is the end of the year, will receive a tour card for the next season. The PRT Tour champion will receive an exemption for the next 3 seasons. So if you win the tour for a year, you get 3 years guaranteed on tour. These are the points which we have not gone over yet, and these will be posted. But these are the points that you get towards the leaderboard. So invitationals, if you win an invitational, you get 500 points. If you make a finals, you get 400. And if you make a semifinals, you get 300. Open tournaments are basically double those. All the way down to octo finals, you get 50 for making the octo finals. As you gain leaderboard points, you move up the leaderboard. You want to finish in that top 25 at the end of the year. So you get one of those official spots for the next year. These are what Risk Pro cards will look like. We did decide to do 2023 Risk Pros. The way we're going to do that, since we don't have a leaderboard officially, is we're going to base it off of the current top 25 in the Saber rankings. So those of you familiar with the Saber rankings, is a rankings based off of your recent tournament results across all tournaments. With a decay, as your events get further and further away, those points have less value, and the more recent finishes have more value. So that's the current Saber rankings. If you want to check those out, go to friendsofrisk.com. You can check out the current Saber rankings. So what we're going to do is the top 25 in the Saber rankings that sign up as a member prior to August 22nd. So any of the top 25 that sign up prior to August 22nd will immediately become Tour Pros for the first year. So these first 4 fall events. On August 22nd, we'll give the remaining available spots to fill out that 25 in order of members that are in their Saber rankings. So we'll go through the people that have signed up based off the Saber rankings and hand out tour cards. This is kind of an example of what the tour card looks like. You will get your name, your profile. We will keep track of all of your titles along the professional risk taker tour, and then all of your finals for the year will be noted with symbols. These badges will also carry over to Discord, where you will get your badges there as well. And then you will have all of our risk pros will have a profile page on the website with their tournament history, their success, and all of that stuff. Thanks for the raid, Leona. Sorry, this is tricky with the Discord and the Twitch situation going on. Appreciate the raid, Leona. So that's how the current Tour Pros. So we do have some that will initially, as of today, be moved into that Tour Pro role based off being in the top 25 and being signed up currently for professional risk takers, including Saber, who's currently number 3 on the Saber rankings. Pete, JJ Bruh, I Am Baby Ba, also known as I Am Mamba, Kuel, Ben Workshoe, Silent Legend, Zaraki, Feliz, and Crackle069, all in the top 25 already, so they will be our first set of Risk Pros. Anyone else that's in the top 25 will immediately get their Risk Pro card as long as you sign up prior to August 22nd, so that we can sign you up for the first year, so you'll get access to all events, a guaranteed invite to those first 2 invitationals this fall. Okay, do I take questions at this point? Because I got like 1 million in here. Yeah, let's take a few questions here, maybe. All right, Plasma was early on. Is PRT going to have standard requirement for SMG? Yeah, it's tough on the SMG bugs. Yeah. I don't know that we have really... The long-term plan in, I believe, Pete's mind is... we're going to have to build something kind of independent of SMG because we can't really rely on them. But no, I mean, there's no way to work around programming bugs at this point. World Cup will be on its own server still next year just because it's a very elaborate server to put together with all the national chats and such. But it will be under the PRT banner. Mallory asked this question. So it'll be under the banner. Your points for the World Cup will not go towards the PRT leaderboard. It'll be listed as a special event. So we do have the option to bring in special events to PRT. The only difference is those points don't go to your leaderboard position. We are also potentially tying in your PRT leaderboard standings to qualifying you for your national teams. Potentially maybe the first line of acceptance. Long-term plan to keep members who cannot realistically qualify for the leaderboard and won't be able to play for all events. Yeah, so there's kind of 2 pieces to it. Like, one piece is this is an exclusive club, especially the Tour Pros club is the exclusive club. The rest of the group should be a group that's supporting and wanting to promote the future of Risk and Risk growth. So a lot of those members will just be people that see what we're doing and want to support the community, which is awesome, and they participate in a few events. They make their choice there. They're not going to be specifically on the leaderboard. I mean, they'll be on the leaderboard. They just won't be very high on the leaderboard, potentially. And then you'll have what we're trying to grow, and what's been really hard is the people that don't necessarily aren't nerds about Risk and love everything about Risk, but maybe we can get those people interested as spectators and community members in terms of watching and interacting with the players, broadcasters, and such. And that's where we really grow from. So there's kind of different levels of what we're trying to grow. Is there video? Oh, I'm not sharing it in Discord. Okay, hold on. Wow, I got to too many questions before that happened. Yeah, sorry, I'm going to share you my whole screen, which is a little bit... because I'm doing the Twitch also, so Discord you'll get to see a smaller version of it, but hopefully you guys can make that work. Sorry. Yeah, I was sharing it on Twitch, and I did not have it at the same time. Thanks, Aries. I get the feeling, at least, that the first PRT is more than likely going to be mainstream Risk players, or at least the ones that are most active in tourneys and players. Will the goal of the first ones to get as many people in as possible? Yes, our goal is to get in a lot of people. Yes. The first season permission. Yeah, so we want a lot of people early on. So far, we're at about 40 signups 9 days into this thing. So we're well on pace to where we want to be in terms of those first few tournaments. And yeah, we'll be promoting growth through the first few years. As a follow-up, I assume that other Risk content creators like Pete, JJ Mallory, and yourself and many more will advertise it. Yeah, so as of tomorrow, the only codes you'll be able to get are coupon codes to sign up and get any kind of discount will come from our content creators. So go ask your favorite content creator for the code if you want to support them. Sign up through their code, and you'll get a discount, and they'll also get a little benefit. So you'll be able to support your favorite content creators. We know they're super important to this. Also, we're tying content creators in the first few events, as you're about to see. So there, and to be clear, Mamba, and as clear as I possibly can be, there's no buy-in for the tournament. What you're paying for as a member of Professional Risk Takers is the high-level staff coordination. You're also paying for. We're going to be providing the logos, the design, the broadcast, all of those pieces. So you're paying for staff, broadcast, overhead, all of those pieces to make this thing awesome. That's what you're paying for. Our sponsors will be donating the money that will go to the prize money. So two separate kind of pools there. Not a buy-in situation. What you're buying into is the membership in the group of kind of being in a premium elite club, as it were. Okay. Why is there an age restriction for this event, and why is it 16? So there are certain rules around people under 16 around the world, which through my research when setting up for this esports research, 16 was kind of the recommended age to make as your cutoff, to try to prevent any potential rules of people being professionals getting paid in some way. Will the Saber ranking include the tournaments that are almost over now? So we're basing this off of the current Saber ranking as of August 1. So it's the current August 1 Saber ranking. Although people that move up into that top 25 are likely to be people that would fill in one of those spots, if not all 25 fill it up. The World Cup will still, the points for the World Cup will still not be a part of the leaderboard. That's a separate thing. Those are separate awards. It's a totally different event, right? You're playing a totally different sport or a total different game. We're trying to keep this just like the Saber rankings in terms of FFA style tournaments. We want that common thread of FFA players in this leaderboard. We also plan to keep that Saber ranking piece. So for those of you that keep up with golf or tennis, there's a world rankings, and to us that's Saber rankings, which we think are awesome. Then there's a leaderboard, which is how you've done this year within the event. So it's kind of two different pieces. The leaderboard and the Saber rankings aren't necessarily the same thing. There are costs involved. So the only cost involved is to join Professional Risk Takers, which is the association, the pro association, which is $25 a year. However, we will give you a promo code at the end of this to get you a really good discount, and your favorite streamer can also get you a discount. How many do we need to hit? Okay, I think we talked about that. Okay. I'm caught up on the Discord ones. I'll go through the Twitch ones after this next section. How about that? And I promise, as long as you guys are asking active questions and we're staying involved, this isn't just a boring, drawn-out thing, I'll stay on as long as we need to make sure everyone's comfortable and knows kind of what they want to know by the end of this. Okay, so how do you get an invite? So how do you get an invite for these invitationals specifically? Also, there'll be invites for the open tournaments. So all PRT Tour pros get an invite. So those 25 players get an invite to every event guaranteed. So that's the benefit of being in that Tour pro position. The previous winner of this specific event, whatever event you're talking about, gets an automatic invite. The most recent open and invitational tournament finalists going into the event get automatic invites. So if you get on a streak and you're finishing in the finals, then you'll keep getting invites. And then the rest of the positions will be filled by the event director's choice. So that's how the invites will work. The framework for the tournaments, all open tournaments will be an 8-week tournament. This first open tournament may be shorter because we may not have enough players to fill out all 8 rounds, so it may be a 6-round tournament is kind of what we're expecting, but we'll see based off total number of signups. But long-term open tour events will be 8 weeks, and they'll be in this framework as you see here. The first 2 rounds everybody plays in that didn't get invited, didn't get a special invite, and then 144 of those players advance to week 3, and then we add in the 48 invites in week 3, which will include all those tour pros, and then it cuts in half each week down to a 6-player final in week 8. And then the invitational tour events is just half of that. So you start with your 48 invites, you go down 24, 12, and 6. So it's just a 4-week tournament. I would like to point out at this point that we do have a partnership with Bluehost, and you'll see that promoted on the website. Bluehost is offering a special deal for professional risk takers. It's a web hosting service. So please, if you want to support professional risk takers and you want to see these prize pots start getting bigger and bigger, check out our sponsors. I'm not telling you to buy anything, but check out our sponsors. See if they fit what you're looking for, because we're going to start developing these partnerships to hopefully keep growing and increasing what we can pay out to people. Okay, let's go through a few Twitch chat questions. This is really fun doing both of this. Okay. We have Pete dabbing a bunch. Leona rating. Mine will have 0 badges. Well, that's the cool part, is the badges. Yeah, Mallory, there are some questions with Saber's rankings, although there is a council that is in charge of those rankings, so it's not just Saber putting them together. How will you deal with certain players currently in top 25 that not playing with? Yeah, so the way it'll work, Chad, is we're going to offer the top 25 through August 21st. And however many spots don't get filled out of that top 25, we're going to work down the rankings for people that have signed up and offer them those spots. So it may be number 40 that we get to or something that we fill in those spots with based off of who's signed up. There's not... This is... I don't know exactly what you mean by different risk takers group than Pete created. So Pete has his server, but this is a professional esport association for risk takers. Yep. Should make it to 30. Oh, sure, should make it to 30. Everyone's gonna have their exact number that they would like it to get to for sure. Mallory should be top 10. I agree. Obviously, I'm all in on that. Saber says it's all earned. I prefer the Ubisoft risk. Okay. Can we delay official membership until the current Legends tournament and KPO filings? No, we won't delay till then. But again, if you're that close, you'll probably still get an invite. It's unlikely all 25, are filled in. Also, you'll have a potential to get those invites, just not automatic invites. After that, we have some disagreements on values of Saber rankings. You can take that up with Saber. Blazin, I guess you're not top 25. Yes, I should be in the risk category. Wow, thank you. Hot buns. This is obviously the first ever stream here in on professional risk takers. So I haven't set up all of these settings, but I think that'll get us in that category now. Dun, dun. Yeah, friendsofrisk.com if you want to check out the Saber rankings, is a really cool system that Saber's put together. Yeah, Chad, we did notice that you were number 69. Actually, Crackle and I were going through it yesterday and noticed that you were at 69, which is pretty funny. Are the World Cup finalists going to get invites? Leona, I would be surprised if you don't get an invite. I'll get you the promo code in just a few. Why would people watch this esports over others? How would this promote growth? So I talked about this in the initial kind of announcement of professional risk takers. I really think there is huge potential in Risk specifically because old guys like me still can watch this. And there's a huge range of people that watch Risk and can be entertained by Risk. It's a totally different type of game to spectate. You're getting to watch everybody at the same time. You get the omniscient kind of viewpoint that you get to sit and watch everything. Versus watching a stream of a first-person shooter or something, which is a totally different game. A lot of the game in their skill set is based off of their muscle memory and how they play the game, whereas Risk is a thinking game, right? The skill set really comes, sure, how fast you can click's part of it or whatever, but most of it's up here, which is a totally different kind of interaction for spectators. So that was kind of my main point for why I think Risk is so different, as well as our community. And I had the greater than sign everybody else. So those are kind of the couple of points there. Yeah, this is an esport association, and we are running a tour of 12 events. That's people underage. Yeah, so as soon as you turn 16, you can sign up. Absolutely. Giving some explanation of the GM tournament's rating, why it's got so much weight in Saber, which is great. Cool. Okay, I think we got through all that. So without further ado, we're going to announce our first two events, which are very exciting. So starting September 1, approximately, we will have two events starting our first open tournament and our first invitational. All PRT members are welcome to sign up for the open tournament. As soon as this stream ends, you'll have access, and we'll show you how to sign up. And then the invites will start going out initially for the tour pros, and then the additional invites will go out for the invitational tournament. Okay, so here we go with tournament number 1. Our first PRT Open tournament will be the Poorly Played Risk Presents the Try Hard Open. Obviously, this will be very Mallory style. We've already got the preliminary settings in and playing in format, and it'll be quintessentially Mallory if you ever imagine Mallory putting together a tournament. So should be awesome. You will have to try hard. As I understand it, you'll have to try hard if you want to play in this tournament. I think those are the kind of requirements that Mallory has put together for this one. So should be awesome. Obviously, Mallory would be a big part of it. And we're really excited for this to be our first open tournament with such an awesome personality like Mallory leading the charge on this one. Tryharding strongly encouraged. Yeah, tryharding strongly encouraged in this one. We'd highly recommend it. So we'll talk a little more about specific format and stuff here in just a second. And then the first invitational tournament of professional risk takers will be the Hot Buns World Tour. Again, this one will be quintessentially Hot Buns. It'll have a little bit of World Cup flair to it, as that was a big tie-in for Hot Buns to our community, obviously. And so there'll be a world tour where you will play in maps in 6 different continents. I guess there's no Antarctica. 6 different continents, traveling around the world in this invitational tournament. We'll talk a little bit about the specific format and settings here in just a little bit. But those are your first 2 tournaments. The Poorly Played Risk presents the Try Hard Open and the Hot Buns World Tour. So it should be awesome. So you can play them both. Yeah, so the way it's set up is that the first 2 weeks of the open tournaments won't have most of the tour pros and the people playing in the invitational. So you won't have a lot of conflict for those first 2 weeks. So the only way that you would have conflict is if you make it into at least the semifinals of the invitational. You would potentially have an open game the same week as your invitational game, but there's very little overlap. So it's set up specifically for people to be able to play both the invitational and the open tournament. That's the concept there. What is it, girl power? Yeah, it's a girl power. That's right. In fact, every tournament named after a girl. Just kidding. But yeah, we're happy to have these 2 awesome awesome promoters in our community that do such an awesome job streaming content, creating content, bringing people into the community. So it's going to be really cool to have Mallory and Hot Buns as kind of the first two out of the gate here. Yeah, you'll be competing a lot for sure. That's the whole setup. Is basically those 48 are people that play just an insane amount of risk and want the extra tournaments and extra competition. So you're set up to play both. These tournaments will count towards the Saber rankings. I think Saber will confirm that, but these are all FFA style tournaments, so they should compete. They should contribute to the Saber rankings moving forward. Yeah, Saber's confirming there. Okay, so then the only other tournament that we have locked in at this point is the second invitational, which will be the Invitational, sponsored there by JJ Bruh. He'll be running the November Invitational, Invitational. So that should be awesome. There's you guys. So those that were worried that they were all girl tournaments, JJ Bruh's got your November Invitational set up. And then we've got an option penciled in. We just don't have it fully locked in for that first or that second open tournament there in November. So that'll be announced in the near term. Let me check Discord real quick because I have it in a minute to see what questions we got. We got a lot. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so the deadline to first sign up is really August 21st. That's really when you want to be signed up by for the first tournament. I like that Leona is both asking questions in Twitch and Discord. Very challenging. Buck, if you're interested in commentating on games, you can apply on the website to be a broadcaster, and we'll check that out. Where are signups going to be? Yeah, we'll go through the signups in just like... the signups for professional risk takers is at professionalrisktakers.com. You can go to that and click join PRT, and you can sign up for the organization. We'll go to event signups in 1 second. I'll show you exactly how to do it. Will the Saber rankings only... No, Saber rankings will continue to show all tournaments, for sure. Yeah, Crackle also answered that. If we don't reach 100 plus members for the first open tournament, that's a good question, Blazin. We will go to the number of rounds we need, which will guarantee everybody at least 2 rounds in that first open tournament. So we'll go to however many weeks we need to get to where we're cutting by half down to 6. So we'll announce that once the sign up deadline hits. We'll announce exactly how many rounds that is. Basically, we have to get over, I don't know what that is, 196 or something. So unlikely that we'll have all 8 rounds for this first open. But we'll use as many rounds as we need to. Difference between open and invitational: the open is everybody. Every PRT member can sign up. The invitational is 48 spots, and they're handed out based off of that order that we showed. The sign up button will work as soon as this stream ends, Blazin. I have it locked until then, but it'll be in there in just a second. As soon as we finish our Q&A. Yeah, there'll be all different tourney formats. I'm gonna go through a little bit of what Mallory and Hot Buns have planned for their tournament formats, but they're all gonna be different types of tournaments, and we're really leaving that up to event host and sponsors because we want their own touch and flair, and that's what makes the Risk community so cool. Is everybody's got these different ideas and styles, so you get to play all this different stuff. Okay, so just a little bit about the event, just reminders. We've got a minimum event prize money. So the winner for all PRT events will win a minimum of $150. If we have additional sponsors, that could be higher. And then other finalists will get $20 each. So the 5 other finalists will always get $20 each. Those are your minimums. As we gain in sponsorships, we will have the opportunity to increase those prizes. Broadcaster pay, so everything Octo Finals through Finals, for every event, broadcasters will get paid $10 a match, and match hosts will get paid $10 a match for hosting those Octo Finals through Finals. We will slot in the best match hosts to get the paid ones based off of their performance, creating a meritocracy not only in the players, but also in the staff, hopefully. Yes, I will be posting the video in the PRT YouTube. Yes, Mallory answered that. I was reading your answer grid. Okay, so what we've worked on in these first 9 days is kind of getting some of the basics set up. Remember, this is coming right off the heels of the World Cup, so it's been a bit of a whirlwind, but we've got some really awesome staff in place. So our VP of Operations is going to be Crackle. He's awesome. He's going to be kind of the head of coordinating the tournaments, getting stuff signed up, scheduled, all of that piece of it, helping tour staff, event staff, and such. I'm sure most of you guys have interacted with Crackle. Super organized, super committed to growing the community, so we're really excited. Sterling's going to be our VP of Development, specifically in charge of 2 pieces: membership, bringing in new members, answering member questions, making you guys feel a part of the community, and then partnerships in terms of generating potential partnerships for PRT. So those are those 2 positions. And then Zeraki, who a lot of you have dealt with through multiple Discord channels, but specifically the Discord server in Risk World Cup, will be running Discord. So you'll see those will be the 3 names you see first off on most stuff here, which are awesome people. I mean, those are my top picks, basically, I would have put in each of those positions. So really excited for that top level. We've gotten a bunch of staff applications, and way more than I would have expected. So we're working our way through them. Broadcasters, I'll be reaching out to you this week, trying to put together a group that's going to be our main broadcasting group. Get you guys more information on that. So if you applied for broadcasting, you haven't heard back yet, we'll get back to you this week. Match host, same if you signed up for match host or event staff, same thing. We'll be getting back to you this week as we start to put together more of those positions. What we did put together to start with is our tour staff. So these guys will be in charge of our settings for our events, tournament formats, and those kind of pieces related to running the events. So we got the best group that we could have asked for, I think. We've got Kuehl, Silent, Legend, Speedster, and Tombstone. So we've got a group of people that will kind of be taking the recommended settings, the proposed settings, going through them, looking for red flags, looking for potential issues in terms of making them fit within the tournament format, and also just trying to see if they can make small tweaks to things to make it more fun, more exciting, more spectator friendly, whatever. So those 4 will be kind of our settings gurus / tour staff, but obviously our event sponsors will bring in the initial settings with their own flair, their own style, and then these guys will be kind of our check system to make sure that they're going to work within the format. Okay. Member benefits. Again, if you sign up for PRT, you get access to the PRT Discord. You get your name on the PRT leaderboard, which will be on the website, where you'll be ranked against everybody else. Opportunity to earn that tour card. So if you're in the PRT, you'll have a chance to get that tour card, finishing in the top 25 at the end of the year. And then access to exclusive PRT content. More on this coming in the future, but we're hoping to utilize some of our content creators, broadcasters, and staff to provide some exclusive PRT content to our members down the road as we start getting more of this filled out. Again, anyone 16 or older can be a member of the association. It's a $25 annual membership fee. Don't go sign up right now because I'm going to give you a coupon code just in a second. And then you've got to just follow the rules and the code of conduct. We are still looking, if you want to apply, for staff and those positions that are listed there. Event directors, we will still be scheduling our January and March events coming up here soon once we get our final fall event scheduled. So those are coming up soon. If you're interested in hosting an event, here's some of the information about what we provide. One of the common questions we've got is current tournament hosts, risk tournament hosts. How are we integrating with them? And we've given them the options. We've reached out to them, talked a little about it. So we'll see in the future if they want to integrate and provide some of their events within the PRT Tour framework. We offer basically all the tour staff, the event staff, match host. We've contracted Slackabro to build our custom logos for all of our events. So we'll have custom logos for each event. The first two will be coming out probably later this weekend, early next week. So you'll have really cool events that you'll get to be a part of, and you can be the face of if that's what you're going for. I think I covered pretty much all that. So yeah, the sticking points, I guess, for event directors, you basically have to allow us to do the broadcast rights right here on the hub on Twitch, on the PRT Tour hub. We'll still allow all POV streams. So anyone playing in a PRT Tour match is welcome to stream their own POV stream like you've seen in Risk a million times. That's great. We still want that. That's awesome. That helps grow the community. It's just the broadcast position. So third parties broadcasting games they aren't playing in, those rights stick with the PRT Tour. Matches must be under 90 minutes. You've got to use actual match threads for the event, which we will create. We'll run for you through our staff. And then coordinate those match threads, event staff, match hosts. And again, we are allowing people to use their own server or our server. We can be flexible with that, although these first two events will both be on the PRT server. Did that. Okay, so the World Cup promo code ran out yesterday as of the 31st. So you don't get that discount anymore, but I've got a 1-day only code. So this is just for people watching this video today. You can get that same discount one more day. It's only good for one more day. If you want your $5 for your first year membership, you can use the code Q&A or Quanda, I guess. You can post that. You'll get $20 off your first year. So you'll get $5 for your first year for signing up. You can go to professionalrisktakers.com, click join PRT, and you'll get a $5 first year membership. That's today only. That'll expire today. Beyond today, you will need to go through your favorite Risk content creator. They'll all have a code, including mine there. The amount off will be the same for everybody. You'll get $10 off your first year. So if you miss it today and you're too late, you're past August 1st, you'll need to use your content creator code to get any kind of discount. You'll get $10 off your first year membership by using that content creator code. So go ask your favorite content creator what their PRT code is. They'll give it to you, and then you'll be supporting them also by using the code. So highly recommend that if you're doing this after today. If you're doing it today, use Q&A. You get a double the discount. That is all the slides I have. I do have some stuff I want to show you on the site, but let me go through questions real quick, see if I can get caught up on this. Starting on Twitch. Are there any 1v1 tournaments? Okay, so if we do have a 1v1 tournament, which I'm not saying is impossible, it will be a special event. So potentially we'll have special events. Those won't count towards the leaderboard, but it'll be like the World Cup. It'll be a special event, and it could be under that umbrella. Want a Fox-only leaderboard? Yep, that seems fair. I knew the Crackle I knew someone was going to say the JJ Bread joke there. Crackle got it. Is that something people would be interested in? Yeah, Sterling asking if the 1v1 tournament. And again, that would be a special event, but very possible it could go under our umbrella. Mallory wants the girls only league. Aries, actually, I just had a conversation about how we're bringing you on in a role. So, I appreciate you saying you don't want to be staff, but you're in. Sorry, you're locked in now. Are the events VC? So it'll be up to each individual event operator, whether it's a VC tournament or not, just like we're used to in our community. Like some people host VC tournaments, some don't. So it'll be up to each event director on how they want to do it. There's no specific rule on whether they're VC or not VC. The first two events, neither of them are VC. I'm pretty sure. I maybe should know that answer better, but I don't think they are. Sam, we will be reaching out to you guys. We just haven't gotten to everyone yet. We just started with a few positions to get a few pieces in place to start with. Yeah, so settings will follow that same rule of basically we'll give you a full week before the week of your game to practice settings. So they'll always be released a little bit early. They'll be released 2 weeks basically before your game, if that makes sense. Similar to what most tournaments do, I think, now, and what we did during the World Cup. Yeah, neither event is VC, it looks like. Yep, there will be a recording. Space Pumps yeah, Space Pumps definitely. Space Pumps was almost really represented in a Legends game, where Crackle, Mallory, and I were gonna play our Legends round 2 game, but it got postponed. So, the world is lucky maybe that didn't happen with all 3 of us in one group. I think I answered the settings for you, Pete. So the time limit is generally the 90-minute rule, but we'll be working with each kind of event in terms of what happens at that 90 minutes. They may be different. Yeah, Mallory's got some tricky ways of preventing 90 minutes, so you guys will be interested to see how she's got that de-incentivized extending games. Yeah, POV posting after or streaming POV is always welcome. We have to use a rule for Reggie dice. No, you can use any dice you'd like. Yeah, using external programs during game, I think that's going to be a future challenge of Risk for sure. And Risk as an esport is the external tools used. Luckily, we'll have someone like Aries that maybe can help us draft policy as we go. No signing up until you're 16. No membership until you're 16. Obviously, you can watch and comment on Twitch and all that stuff. You can be a part of the community. It's just members 16 and older. Most risk players 16 plus. Yeah, we all know what happened in the last Legends game. Larry and I. So it's professionalrisktakers.com. Professionalrisktakers.com. Yeah, so we will follow the same banning overall that the other event directors / leaders in the community advocate for. It'll be a case by case decision, but for the most part, it'll follow directly in line with how other event leaders are handling bans. Oh yeah, there certainly ban players still happen. Okay, that's all of the Twitch chat questions I have for now. Let me go through Discord real quick. Yes, there's a new server for this EG Sneaks. You will sign up. You'll be officially a Tour Pro as soon as you sign up as being a member of the top 25. Yeah, we'll be using same fair play rules. Answers just be the people streaming or the commentators as well. So the way it'll be set up, Blazin, is there'll be a broadcaster assigned for each game. The broadcaster will be allowed to potentially bring on their own commentator, like you guys saw teams like Johan and Speedster doing games. So the broadcaster will be the assigned person, and then they'll have the right to bring on whoever they want as their kind of assistant commentator. But the broadcaster will be the one actually running the stream. So only the broadcaster is paid, I guess, to answer that question specifically, and the broadcaster can decide how they want to compensate commentators. Content creator code, discount code for PRT. So what you should use. Oh, okay, Leona, I will get you one. I know what you're asking for. One to shoot out to people. I will get you one. Crackle or Sterling, if you can remind me to send one of those to Leona, that would be awesome. Yeah, so the main broadcast will all happen on this hub. So that's one of the big goals of this, is to create a hub that you can go to and watch awesome Risk content. Leaderboards determined based off points, based off of finishes. Tournaments that are grouped by age. I don't like a senior tournament and a junior tournament or something. Potentially, I mean, there's a potential for a senior event or a senior tour, or a junior event or a junior tour. I could see that potentially. I did think about, because of the 16-year-old age limit, that potentially there'd be some tournaments that could be somehow coordinated. That would be non-prize winning type tournaments, potentially. So it's just points based. So it's an annual points based leaderboard, to answer your question, Mamba. So you'll get points as you play, depending on your finishes, and then at the end of the year, that'll reset into a new leaderboard for the next year. So again, there's two different things happening. Saber rankings is more like your world rankings that you would see in golf or tennis. The leaderboard is more like the FedEx Cup leaderboard that you would see in golf, where you're getting points throughout the year. Yeah, so I will, anyone that wants, if you're a content creator and you would like your own promo code that you can give to people, just send me a DM and I will get you your own promo code. I would like to see all big tournaments in this tour maybe relax the restriction if necessary. The tournament scene is inflated. Yeah, Saber talking about the restriction of who can sign up. What I'm officially saying, and I'm officially saying on video, is all PRT members are welcome to join the open tournaments. So all PRT members have access to the open tournaments. And I'm officially saying that you guys can use it wherever you would like, but okay, so real quick, now that I've gone through the slides, I want to just go through a couple of website pieces, because I know you guys love web programming. Is not my strong suit, if you haven't figured that out yet. I know just enough to kind of make it happen, and we're working on putting together our web team to kind of improve the website piece of it. But I want to show you guys just a couple of pieces from the website that will be opening up here in the next hour or so. You guys have access to it. Something like this will work. Again, this isn't promoted yet. Okay, so this is what the event pages will look like. Get a little function right for you here. So this is the Try Hard Open. We'll have the logo here shortly. Again, Slackabro making custom logos for us for all of these PRT Tour events. They'll all be kind of branded. Mallory's obviously green for obvious reasons. So, and actually Crackle's the event director. I haven't updated that. Registration dates are on here. The prize money's on here. But the big key is when you're going to look up information about an event, instead of trying to figure out that spreadsheet that you need or whatever, these will all be located under events up here. You'll be able just to click which event you want to know about. You'll see the format here, which will cover how you're advancing to each round. So you'll see round by round the dates of it, who's in it, and who advances. You can go look at your settings. These are not the actual Mallory settings. It's just a blank table. They'll be in here at some point to where you'll be able to see all the settings. You'll be able to click round by round. You'll be able to see scoring, how the scoring works. Again, these aren't the official scoring amounts. They'll be in here soon. And then if there's any special rules for the event, you'll see who's registered for the event down below. You'll be able to see the leaderboard like you guys are used to in the spreadsheet, seeing the leaderboard, who's currently got how many points and such. And then you'll see results, schedules, and results here in each round. Again, these aren't fully set up yet. We're working on building out all the event pages, but it'll look a little something like that. And just to give you the other side of it, yeah, Hot Buns World Tour will obviously be themed in hot pink. And it'll look something like this. Same concept though. You'll be able to click in here, go see all your stuff in one spot, which is a big goal. Okay, and then the other piece of it, these events signups, you'll be able to sign up basically immediately after this. I need to be able to share my Discord one. I do that while doing this. That'll be interesting. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the way you sign up for events. That's not. There we go. Okay, so the way you sign up for events, we're trying to make it as simple as possible. And so I'm going to show you the Discord route to do it first. You guys won't see all of these pieces yet. You'll see them as you go. But when you have not signed up for an event, the only channel you will see under the events is the event sign up here. As simple as it could be, you come in here to message. You're going to click your little plus button, or no, you're going to click your little face. You're going to put the in flag in there. And boom, you're signed up for the event. Our staff will get the role added for you. You'll get added to the list. Again, because we've done one centralized piece of where you signed up, you'll be able to be in the event that fast. You don't have to go figure out your Discord ID, your friend ID. You don't have to do all that stuff. You just put in. And then if you want to update your availability, you've got this link right here at all times. You'll go to it'll take you to the website where you can update your availability at any time. When you update your availability once, it'll update it for all PRT tournaments. You'll just have to update it again if things change. So event signups, as simple as just putting in a simple emote. The in flag here will tell our staff to get you put into the tournament. We'll add the role to you. And then there's also a sign up button, as Cam mentioned, on the website. If you go to tour schedule, there are these sign up buttons here, which now that we've announced the events, we'll be updating the names of these. So you'll be able to click sign up. Again, if you're not a PRT member, it'll say basically you don't have access to this page. If you try to click the invitational event to sign up and you're not a PRT Tour Pro, it'll say you don't have access to this page. But you'll click this button, you'll click the drop down on which event you're signing up for, hit submit. As simple as that. I can show you what that page looks like, I guess. It looks like this. You'll put your wrist name, you'll select your event in the drop down, you'll click submit, and it'll say you're confirmed, and we'll add your role in Discord. So you can do it either way. If you want to do it through the web, you can do it this way. If you want to do it through Discord, you can simply put the emote in there. Again, as simple as we possibly can make it to sign up for events. That's one of the big goals through the centralizing of everything we do here. Okay, that's basically what I had to show you guys. I'll just go through questions now. If I get back to the right spot. All right, let's go Twitch questions. Is there even a single amount? Oh, we already talked about that. Kid, be sure. We're not letting the Netherlands in this. There's actually quite a few Dutch already signed up. What really got me today, just quick off topic, I got a ping from the World Cup Dutch national chat that they were saying, yeah, we made the we won our group in the Women's World Cup, And I specifically recorded that game because it was 2 a.m. my time so that I could watch it today. And they ruined it for me, so Dutch were not my favorite today. Marco from Speedsterino. Polo from Riedel. Yeah, so there's some specific rules about payments and prizes for 16-year for people under age 16 around the world that basically would really limit us in terms of who we could have in it. So that's why there's an age.
Mitch, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Talking to EG Snakes and the chat, you might want to just skim through that. This
Yeah.
is regarding the legality of of a membership-based system versus a gambling system. So
Yeah.
you might want to just touch on that since apparently there's confusion. I was
Happy
trying to
to.
clear it up,
Happy to.
and I will DC from the or maybe you can do that for me.
Yes. Okay. I'll go through Discord questions in 1 second. What if we don't get the volume to fill the open tourneys? Yeah, so we'll fill them as much as we can early on. We'll play as many rounds as we need to. Kuehl got home. Kuehl was on a plane during all of this. So hopefully, Kuehl, we did decide to stream it for you on Twitch. So this will be on the Twitch. We'll post it right after, and we'll put it on the PRT YouTube page. Greenies are meanies. Obviously, we agree. Cool, Tim. Just to be clear, and I'll say this again, also for EG Sneaks. All PRT members have access to all open tournaments. So that's as clear as I can be on it. All PRT members have access to all open tournaments. Okay, I think that's all of the questions there in Twitch. Let me go back through here. So EG Sneaks, just to be clear, one, you're officially going to be a PRT Tour Pro, so you'll pay $5 for your first year, like everyone else. But you'll be a PRT Tour Pro, which means you get to go to all events. But the membership agreement is specifically related to access to the PRT Discord server, professional staff, professional events, having really cool graphics, broadcasts, content, all of that stuff is what you're paying for, as well as overhead tied into running a professional esports association. So that's where it's going towards, and paying match hosts, broadcasters, and all of that stuff. That's specifically where the membership fees are going to. Yeah, I think I mean, I'm happy to talk to you individually about that, but I think that goes into it. Prizes will be provided by sponsorships. That's exactly right. So yeah, so someone asked about the payment being sent to Be My Real Estate, which is a really good point. So um, I've also been asked this multiple times just about like what my background is and such. So just to give you guys just a little piece of it, I own 2 real estate offices. That's what I do in my full time when I'm not running all this crazy risk stuff. So I own 2 real estate offices here in Oklahoma, with about 20 agents that I manage. So that's my real job. Although this feels like my real job at some points. So what I did originally was I was just setting it up with the PayPal account that I had at the time because I was trying to get everything going, which is why you guys saw the PayPal available and then turned off. PayPal's now available again on the site to join through PayPal, now through the correct Professional Risk Takers LLC account. So everything's been moved over and such. It was just the first couple of days to get stuff set up. So if you saw that, that's what it was. But yes, if you have any real estate needs anywhere, I'm happy to talk to you about that because that's my real job, actually. Believe it or not, my background is I have an undergrad degree in business and broadcasting, and then I have a master's degree in higher education. So I used to work at the University of Oklahoma in their athletic department. I was director of big screens and game entertainment, so that was my job to do graphics and creating in-game entertainment. Then I got into real estate, so now I own a couple of real estate offices. Okay, so I think we've covered most of the questions. I'm happy to stay on for a few more minutes if you guys want to throw in any more questions. But I am happy to do any real estate for sure. Just send that my way. Maybe that will help me afford my risk habit. Yeah, no money, and I want a really nice house. So yeah, that's most of the people I deal with. But I mean, if you're in Germany, it can't be too tough, right? Some people do not want to. Okay, Saber would like to speak. Go ahead, Saber, if you're.
Yeah, I just want to clarify something.
Yeah, go ahead.
You asked if the PRT will be a part of the Saber system, and I confirmed it.
Yeah.
So I'm unconfirming it because it will be a decision that the group will make, not me.
Yeah. I gotcha.
So, and after I read the question, I see the reasoning why some will debate about it because the invitational is not open. Is it like the GM, etc., etc.?
Right.
We'll come to a conclusion, and I hope everybody will be
yeah. It'll be a group, 100%. It'll be a group decision amongst the council. Totally agreed. Appreciate the clarification.
I just wanted to say, in general, I myself is in favor because the original purpose of the ranking was to get to an esport tour like that. So it's like aligned with the, let's say, the fundamental essence of the ranking itself, to have an esport tour. So
perfect.
That's my piece of it.
Love it. Thank you, Saber. We can stay on for a few more minutes for anybody else. I do like the real estate conversation happening. Maybe my next stream will just be real estate talk. We can just talk about different areas of the world and how your real estate market is. I can put you guys on my weekly real estate newsletter if you really want to know. Gonna find out Pete's real name. Okay, anybody else? So as of the end of this stream, you'll be able to go into that Discord channel for all PRT members. So that may be your first step if you're a PRT member. You can go sign up for the Poorly Played Risk presents the Try Hard Open. You can get signed up today. As of the end of this stream, you can also do it through the website here in just a few minutes. That will be activated on the sign up link there. For those of you that are not currently part of PRT, go onto the PRT website, professionalrisktakers.com. Click the Join PRT there in the top right corner. and you can join PRT, and you can use the code Q&A if you do it today, August 1st. You've got to do it today. I believe it's my time today, so you've got 7 more hours to do that, and you'll get the $20 off. So you'll get a $5 for your first year membership. If not, go to your favorite content creator anytime between now and whenever. They'll give you their code, and you'll be able to use it for $10 off your first year. So you'll do your first year for $15. And you'll also be supporting your favorite content creator because they will get a benefit out of that also. The code is Q&A spelled out. I can pull up the slide again. Hold on. Maybe. Oof. That was a big set of faces. There you go. Today only, you can use the code Q&A spelled out, Q-A-N-D-A, or Quanda, and you will get $20 off your first year of PRT annual membership. Thank you, Pete. Appreciate you. I did Mitch plays Monopoly. Oh, yeah, for real estate. Actually, Monopoly's not that realistic. Is there a house flippers game? That'd be interesting. I've done a little bit of house flipping. Cool. I'm glad everyone feels like the general goal of today was to get you guys comfortable enough to make the decision whether you want to join or not, right? So that's the whole goal today, to kind of get you in or out so that you knew. And that's what I'm hoping. All you guys will go to professionalrisktakers.com, type in that coupon code, you get $20 off your first year. And then the immediate next step should be for non-tour pros to go sign up for the Mallory tournament. For tour pros, go sign up for the Mallory tournament and the Hot Buns tournament, so that we have you there starting 1 month from today. Basically, will be the start of those tournaments. Yeah, and if you... Monopoly's got the same PR problem that Risk has, that it's a 5-hour game that is based on lucky dice, so that's the general perception we're trying to eliminate, but Monopoly's right there with us. Yeah, Hot Buns will come after you if you don't sign up. I think that's fair. Okay, let me check Discord one last time. Yeah, Q&A. Thank you for typing it out, Mamba. Appreciate you. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. You can also reach out to Crackle or Sterling or Zeraki if you've got a Discord-related question. But really me, Crackle, and Sterling probably just reach out to us. Let us know if you have questions, what you need. We will be getting back out to those staff applications in the next week. Those event pages will be finished in the next few days. And we'll have final logos and stuff to start promoting those events. So it should be really awesome. You're on the very ground floor of something here by watching these first couple of streams. You're getting to see the future, hopefully, of a really cool new type of esports association. Risk is much different than almost every other esports association that exists currently. And so it's got tons of potential if we do it right. And so that's why we're trying to get the right people involved in the right places. To make this thing awesome, and we've already done we've gotten really lucky so far by getting a lot of buy-in from awesome, smart, talented people, and we've got a lot more that we will be putting in place here in the next few days. All right, everybody, we did it in about an hour. Yeah, the ground floor. Leona is so good at tying those in. Every time I say something, Leona can definitely find the chink in the armor for sure. All right. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Again, feel free. I've got time available now that I'm not running a lot of tournaments and stuff. So if you need to DM me, DM Crackle, DM Sterling, and ask us questions, we're happy to answer those. But we want to get you guys signed up, and we want to get you involved so that we can have an awesome first couple of tournaments with Mallory and Hot Buns here. All right, everybody. Until next time, I'm at Mitch on Risk, streaming live here on Professional Risk Takers, posting videos like this and future broadcasts here on Professional Risk Takers on YouTube. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram, or go to professionalrisktakers.com if you want to check out upcoming events, sign up, or other items related to Professional Risk Takers. Until next time, everybody, I'm at Mitch on Risk, and may your dice be nice. See you guys.